Welcome to Habitat for Humanity of Mesa County and the Habitat Restore. Thank you for choosing to volunteer with us. As a new member of the Habitat team, we are counting on you to help us achieve our mission, and so are the donors, customers, and future homeowners. Volunteering can be a fun and rewarding experience. We'd like to start by giving you some useful information about our housing program, our Restore, and by letting you know what is expected of you while helping Habitat. Here are a few things you should know about Habitat. It is our mission as the Mesa County Habitat for Humanity to construct simple, affordable, and decent housing in partnership with families, volunteers, and the community for God's people in need. Since 1991, we've built over 50 homes. Once accepted into the program, a future homeowner will dedicate 500 hours of sweat equity to building their home, as well as working with you at the Restore. Once their requirements are completed, the homeowner purchases their home at a 0% interest rate. We are actively seeking qualified applicants for our program. The Restore covers all of our administrative costs and overhead. Additional profits go directly to building homes. Whether you're out on the construction site or at the Restore, you are building homes. The Restore is an important part of our mission because it makes building homes possible. As a volunteer with Habitat, you are entering into a partnership with us. This means we will offer you a rewarding experience, and you will help us in our mission to build homes. As part of this partnership, you will be working with the public on behalf of Habitat. Providing great customer service is the most important thing you do at the Restore. Remember, to each customer you come in contact with, you are Habitat for Humanity. We are depending on you to be at your best while helping customers and donors. If a customer asks you a question that you do not know the answer to, it is okay to tell the customer you do not know and refer them to an associate. In addition to this important role, you will also help us keep the Restore clean, safe, and full of items to sell. Since our ability to build homes is directly impacted by sales at the Restore, the overall experience each customer has will impact our ability to build in the future. We love it when our volunteers are also our customers. However, we ask that you please do your shopping before or after your shift or during your lunch break. Please do not shop while you are working. In order to purchase items, they must already be priced. Volunteers purchasing an item not on the sales floor must have a staff member verify the price. All items must be properly priced and inspected before going out to the sales floor. Customers are not allowed to shop out of the receiving bay. If you see items with a Not For Sale Property of Habitat sticker, these items are not for sale because they are the property of Habitat. Setting prices is always the responsibility of the Restore pricing team. Please do not price items. It is unethical to price without permission from the pricing team. Habitat has a zero-tolerance policy regarding theft. All items on the sales floor and in receiving are the property of Habitat. They do not belong to the staff or volunteers. Therefore, no one has the authority to give items away. This includes anything that may have been placed in a trash bin, inside or outside, as well as items not accepted for donation. Making deals with a donor to donate an item directly to you instead of Habitat is unethical. Violators of these policies will be asked to leave immediately and will not be welcomed back. If you see an emergency or a situation that looks unsafe, please take action to correct the problem or notify your team leader immediately. Lift with your legs, not your back. Use the tools that we provide to make your job safer and easier. Never try to move a large item by yourself. Always ask for help. When using a ladder, there should always be a second person securing the ladder. Do not stand above the second to the top rung. Do not straddle, sit, or turn around while on the ladder. Be sure you are facing the ladder. We have gloves and safety glasses available. Always wear appropriate protective eyewear and gloves when dealing with chemicals, cleaning liquids, carrying glass, deconstructing any donation, and when carrying any items that may break or cut your hands. Do not throw glass into a dumpster. Place it in the dumpster. Be careful where you place glass, both in receiving and on the sales floor. The first aid kit is located in the receiving area next to the break room. Please notify a staff member if you are hurt while working. All injuries must be reported to the office. We are unable to negotiate prices for any customer. If a customer asks for a discount, your line is, "I'm sorry, I don't have the authority to reduce prices. Let's speak to a sales associate." We do not allow returns or exchanges. It is our policy that all sales are final. If a customer asks to return or exchange an item, please direct them to the office. We do not have a layaway program, nor do we hold items for customers or volunteers. This means we are not able to reserve an item for a customer or volunteer for any reason. If a customer wants to purchase an item that does not fit in a cart, they may need a sales ticket. Only authorized volunteers and staff are allowed to write sales tickets. Please ask the customer to stay with the item until the ticket is completed by a sales associate. You must find an available sales associate to complete the ticket for the customer. Without a completed sales ticket and sold sticker, the item is still available for sale to other customers. Items going to or from the sales floor, whether merchandise or equipment, must go through the blue double doors at the west end of the receiving area. For safety reasons, nothing should go through the single door by the restrooms. Habitat does not allow the use of profanity. Any jokes or comments referring to race, color, creed, religion, gender, or nationality will not be tolerated. Any form of harassment will not be tolerated. For information regarding our sexual harassment policies, please ask for our sexual harassment handout. While at the Restore, we expect you will have a positive attitude. Having a good attitude means working with Restore associates, customers, and fellow volunteers, and performing duties in a safe and effective manner. Anything contrary to this would be considered a bad attitude. Volunteers exhibiting a bad attitude will be asked to leave for the day. Good hygiene is important because you will be working with the public. Therefore, we ask that you are clean and well-groomed with no offensive odors. This means you should wear clean clothing and deodorant.
So this song is just for you. Pull 'em up, fool. Every time I see you, man, I'm like, brother, please. Walking around town, pants down to your knees. Do you suffer?
Please remember, you will be working with the public. Therefore, you will be expected to dress appropriately. T-shirts and jeans are recommended. Your pants must be secured properly around your waist.
Please pull your pants up. Please pull your pants up. I don't want to see your tiny whities. I don't want to see your tiny whities. Please pull your
Shorts are acceptable during the summer months, as long as they are at least knee length. Clothing should be free of offensive or suggestive language or pictures. Tank tops, sleeveless shirts, and low-cut shirts are not acceptable. Basketball pants, sweatpants, and other workout clothing are not acceptable. Please be sure to wear appropriate shoes for your safety. Sandals and open-toed shoes are not allowed. Habitat staff has the authority to decide if your clothing are inappropriate. You are welcome to volunteer from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. We are closed on Sundays. Volunteers can schedule hours by logging into their volunteer profile on our website. Please, only sign up for shifts that you will be present for. If you need to change or cancel your scheduled shift, please do so by logging into your profile or calling the office. Please call the office if you have any questions regarding this process. When you arrive at the Restore, please only park in the Restore spots closest to North Avenue. Volunteers entering the store before 9 a.m. must enter through the first door on the east side of the building. Drug and alcohol use is not permitted at the Restore. Volunteers that come in smelling of alcohol or who appear to have used alcohol or recreational drugs will be sent home. Volunteers who violate these policies may not be allowed to return. Volunteers are not allowed to use cell phones or any other devices while working on the sales floor or in the receiving area. This includes iPods and MP3 players. Phones must be kept on vibrate. You are welcome to use your phone on your lunch or break in the designated break area. This policy includes text messaging, tweeting, and status updating. In the event of an emergency, please let your team leader know and they will provide you with instructions. The best practice is to not bring personal items into the Restore. We do not take responsibility for damage or loss of personal property. Lockers are located in the break room. You must provide your own lock and take it with you at the end of each day. Please remember that the lockers are Habitat property. We have the right to search them. We also reserve the right to search backpacks, purses, lunch boxes, etc. Volunteers are required to sign in and out every day. Failure to follow the proper steps for signing in and out will result in loss of credit for hours worked. If you leave the property for any reason, you must sign out. If you are no longer working, you must sign out. Anytime you sign in or out, you must have the time verified and initialed by a member of staff. Remember, if you do not sign in or out or have your time verified, you will lose credit for those hours. All time is rounded to the nearest 15-minute increment. Volunteers will only receive a break if they are scheduled for at least 4 hours. Breaks are 10 minutes long and provided after 2 hours of service, as long as you have an additional 2 hours of service to complete. Each team leader is in charge of the breaks for their team and can answer any questions regarding break policy. Volunteers are not required to take lunch. If you would like to take a lunch, you must sign out when you leave and sign in when you return. The total amount of time you are signed out will be deducted from your overall time at the end of the day. Lunches will be at least 15 minutes and no longer than 1 hour. Remember, you are not required to take a lunch. Eating and drinking are not permitted on the sales floor or in the receiving area. The only place food and beverages are allowed is in the designated break area. The only place smoking is allowed is on the east side of the building at the table behind the gate. Eating and smoking is permitted during authorized break times only. Smoking is not permitted while offloading trucks or donations or inside a Habitat vehicle. No one under the age of 18 is allowed to smoke on Habitat property. When you arrive, you may receive a Make It Spiffy duty card. The task is listed on the front of the card, and on the back you will find specific information on how to complete that task. Upon completion of your spiffy duty, you will be assigned to one of the teams in the Restore. Each day when you arrive, you will receive an assignment card which tells you which team you are assigned to and what duties you will be expected to complete. The teams have been color-coded to simplify this process. The yellow team will be serving on the trucks, assisting our drivers. The red and orange team are assigned to the receiving area. The blue team is assigned to the back sales floor. The green team is assigned to the front sales floor. The white team is assigned to the front of the store, assisting our cashiers. We try to match volunteers with the skills and interests they have. However, sometimes we must assign volunteers as needed throughout the store. Each day, a member of staff is assigned to each area. They will serve as the team leader for that specific area. If you need a break or a lunch, if you need a project or a question answered, that is the person who can help. Restore staff are identifiable by their badges with a blue and green logo, or names printed on their polo shirts, vests, or coats. These are the individuals that will serve as team leaders throughout the Restore. They can also tell you where items should be placed on the sales floor. Individuals wearing badges with a black logo are core volunteers and have similar authority to staff members. If you have any questions about how to do something or where something should be placed, please ask a staff member or core volunteer. You will be required to wear an apron and a name badge while you are working at the Restore.